Hey everyone, I'm Sean, that's Apollo, and this is Olympian Mobile Auto Wash. So I had someone ask me this last week, did I ever plan to do a wash video with Apollo? And since I'm still waiting for some more appointments, I'm going to take you through how I wash Apollo because I've done a lot of different things to this car, which I don't feel comfortable putting pressure washer on it or really any running water of any kind. So today's video is going to be me kind of taking you over the car, kind of showing you what I all did and the special wash process I actually use. I still use all the same chemicals, the same tools, but it's a different process because I'm not using any pressure, no pressure washer. So, all right, let's get into it. So I'll give you guys a little overview of the things that I've done to the car. So obviously we have all kinds of lighting. I've got a bunch of different kits. I have the underglow. I have the halos for the headlights and the fog lights. You can kind of see there's some strip in the grille. I have 2 strips in the engine bay. This one here in the bottom of the hood is actually attached to the wheel ring lights. And I have interior as well, front and back. And then on the door sills, both front and back as well. And it took me probably about 40 hours to wire in all the different LED kits. And then I'll show you guys back here, Facebook Marketplace, the AMP Facebook Marketplace. So this is the battery compartment down here. Lighting isn't too good, but you can see all the different wires running off there. And I actually have hooked up, ready for another one, another LED kit. All the wiring is in, and so here's where they're all mounted. Took the spare tire out, so I got some room. So I just got the battery charger on there. But let's show you. Sorry about the lighting. Okay, that's fine. This is the wiring that I got back here. There's the AMP Facebook Marketplace. I think the whole dual 12s cost me, with the amp and everything, cost me like 250 bucks. There's the line converter, but all the wires are kind of nice and neat and tucked away. Everything's secure. And so when I need to, this just folds right up. We can get right at the battery. So let me put this back here. Fancy prop. And I've got aftermarket tail lights. These LEDs, they're pretty nice and bright red. I did put, this is actually an aftermarket diffuser from Chrysler 300 SRT8. And so that brake light lights up. That's a custom paint job that matches the rims and the fog light covers. And you can see down in here, I have an LED strip. It goes all the way around. And that's, like, you see trucks that have those beneath their tailgate. So that's what I have on here. Let me see what else. Oh yeah. So in here, these are actually SRT8 seats. And these ones came from a 2007 Dodge Magnum that was wrecked. I had to do all kinds of stuff to the wiring harnesses on these. This side was not equipped with a power recline, so I had to actually take the wiring from the original car, this car, and take the wiring off of the here, because the connection to the car is actually different between the seat and the car. So I had to take all of the original 05 stuff off, take the wiring for the recline and splice it into the original wiring. So it's got the original wiring with extra stuff spliced in so that this seat works properly. But it's front and back. Very comfy seats. These bolsters are huge. You just kind of get sucked into the seat. Everyone gets a kick out of this when they see it. It's my Samurai shifting handle. And also these mats. These are Diamond car mats. There's a bunch of different companies that make them now. Really nice. Very easy to clean. Let me see. Also, this is a true fiber hood. A lot of people they get the Duraflex or whatever because it's cheaper. But I wouldn't go with one of those. Actually, when I bought this hood and I test fitted it, I actually drove out to Minneapolis to get together a bunch of Magnum guys, and the one guy there was a body shop guy, and so when we test fit the hood, I think he had to loosen just a couple of the screws and give it a little tug. Otherwise, everything lined up really nice. All the body lines were really good, and he had a Duraflex. And he test fitted on his, and he's like, I'm gonna have to do so much work for this. And he took it and he actually literally threw it in the dirt. So, but yeah, these rims are custom powder coated. Beautiful lug nuts. And these back tires, you can kind of see how they stick out. These are all Firestone Firehawk Indy 500 tires. Let me see, they are 305 3520s. So the 305 wide. Now, when I bought these off a guy at Facebook Marketplace, he was saying that they should fit on there, or they fit on the Magnum, no problem. But as you can see down here, I have some big spacers because that guy lied to me. So unfortunately I have to put spacers on here, but really like that wide look. And I also got SLP loudmouth exhaust. Gives it a nice rumble. We like it. We like it a lot. So all in all, with all the light installs that I've done, I probably have about 40 hours into just the installing. All the wires are nicely tucked away. I actually soldered most of them in and heat shrink wrapped them just to make sure that they're not going to be coming loose or getting corroded or anything like that. But even though I still did all that stuff to the wiring to make sure that you know, it's very water resistant, I still am very leery about putting a pressure washer on this thing and getting into the electrical connections. And they're all fairly nice. They're all fairly nicely tucked away, but so we have in here, here's another control box, there's another one, and there's another one in there. So all the wiring is neat, it's all tucked away. This is still, there's just too much wire here, so I had to bundle it all up. But all of these are zip tied and secured, they're not going to go anywhere. But I just don't want to put a pressure washer on it and have them fail. It's a lot of work and a lot of money. So it's not incredibly dirty. but for a car that's not supposed to be caught out in the rain, it got caught out in the rain. And I'm not too worried about the electrical stuff just because it wasn't a crazy downpour. But Apollo got pretty filthy. There's a garage dweller. So just want to make sure you guys get an idea of if it comes across in the, yeah, see, lots of water spots and road debris. So I'll show you how I take care of that for this guy. Okay, so this is what we got going on. We got the decontamination towel in just plain water. In there is the Incredible Suds. That's a battery powered sprayer, and that is just plain water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mist it with the water. I'm going to hit it with the Incredible Suds, and then while it's still wet, I'm going to take the decontamination towel and go over it, and then we're going to dry it. We're going to apply some of the protectant that I got, the turtle wax, and yeah, I'll do this. I'll take you through the hood, and then we'll time lapse the rest. All right, first things first. A little bit of water. A little bit of Incredible Suds. And then while it's still on there, take a microfiber towel cloth. So you can still see that there's suds. That's good. We want those suds to help pull off all the stuff that's on the car. Keep it going. Now, the reason I put water on there first is because I want a lot of lubrication. Lubrication is the best thing to protect your paint. And I don't like having running water going down in all the little seams that I have in this car. So. Catch the water before it goes anywhere. Keep it all on the car. So everything's still wet. I'm doing this in a garage, so that helps with the evaporation and water spots and all that junk that nobody wants. So now, decontamination towel. One spray on there, one spray on the panel. So what this does is it's going to take the contaminants out of the paint. You guys know this from the other videos I've done. I usually do this twice a year on Apollo, and this will be the first time I'm doing it this year. I don't have to go too crazy, just simply because I'm kind of ridiculous on how clean I keep this car. My kids would agree. They'd tell you guys crazy. So it's not going to be terribly dirty, but we want to make sure everything's nice and buttery smooth and decontaminated everywhere. And see, there's no water really running off of the vehicle. The hood generally is one of the easiest areas. This and the roof, they're going to be the easiest to decontaminate just because they don't see a lot of the road debris that the front, the back, and the sides, specifically by the wheels, is where the road grime is going to be. So again, one spray on the towel, one spray on the panel, and I flip the rag so that I'm using a brand new clean side. And I'm not really applying any pressure, just letting it glide. Kind of using my sense of touch to see if there's any areas that need a little extra. A little extra TLC, but everything looks good. Everything feels good. So, we are decontaminated. Now, I'm going to take that same rag that I used to wash and rinse it almost all the way dry. So again, this is something that I don't recommend to do on a vehicle that you don't know the condition of the paint, or you're not crazy like me and don't want to keep your car super dry. So again, we're just spreading everything out, making sure everything's wiped down good. It's been decontaminated. I tell you, I had to say a few prayers when I put these hood pins in this aftermarket hood. I had to use my drill through it. Oh man, that was stressful. Let me get the, here we go. And then grab a different rag. About 2 sprays per panel, or per side I should say, because this is basically like 3 panels here. And then because it's already clean, just going to work the sealant into the surface. Do a little crosshatch pattern, up and down, then left and right. Just trying to spread the topper all around. Over. Should we get rid of any high spots in the sealant? Then, once that's done, we'll take a big old fat drying towel and make it as plush as possible. That way I'm reducing any pressure points on the car, reducing any chances of marring or swirling, any of that junk nobody wants. Just go over it a few times just to make sure. And that is how I clean this very particular car. So we'll time lapse the rest. sides. I'll do the rest off camera, but you guys get the gist of it. So I don't recommend it. I don't recommend that for everybody's car. This one is a garage dweller, so it's a little maintenance is a little different on this one. Yeah, that's today's video. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you share this channel with your friends and family who are looking for a different wash. I know this one really wasn't part of the business model I'm going with, but just thought you guys might be interested in kind of all the things that go on with this thing, why it's kind of a different monster and all that stuff. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks for washing. Let me think on some dad advice. I don't got any dad advice this time. Just deal with it. You can do it. We can do it next time. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you in the next one.